You ever feel guilty about how you look? Like, I'm not perfect. Like, you ever scroll through like social media and you find that, oh, these beautiful men and women so slim and trim and looking good, it just makes you feel horrible and think, why can't I be like that? I'm trying, but you end up being me. That's what I am, okay? So there's a difference between Instagram health and real health, and that's what we're going to talk about today on the Coach Casey's My Sober Life Journey, channel. And stick around here because I'm going to talk about how at my age I still stay healthy and how I accept who I am, and I want you to do the same. See, social media sets this illusion for us, but let me give you a tip. A lot of it is not real, okay? These are beautiful people engineered by gyms and, being able to afford all of that and look like professional models. But here, you don't have to have 5% body fat to be healthy, okay? Because there's more to that than being Instagram healthy. One of my habits that keeps me healthy is I'm very, very curious about how my body works. I'm very curious about what happens when I eat or drink this. How do I feel? What's happening inside of me? And so I read a lot and I watch a lot of, I'm confessing, YouTube videos about health. And I talk with my physician and I talk with people in the industry. And I read current news because it's always changing. But if we develop a sense of awareness of what's happening to our bodies when we exercise or eat or fast or whatever it is we're doing to try to be perfect, which we don't have to be perfect, that curiosity is going to lead us down some new pathways to health that's going to be good for the long term, whether you're 40 or 400. People live that long anymore? I hope I do. Look, I'm not a vegan, and I am what I call a Jekyll and Hyde eater. That means on any given day, my eating habit is perfecto. I'm doing everything completely correct. No processed foods, no fast foods, and I feel great about myself, and I reward myself with a good night's sleep. And then the next day I get up, and here comes Mr. Hyde, the little eating monster who's got to have chocolate chip cookies and fresh milk or ice cream, or pound his way all the way through a bag of potato chips. So it's all a balance, my friends. You can't be, let me correct myself. I cannot be all day long a perfect eater. And I wonder if you can. And if you can, leave some comments below and tell me how you do it, okay? How you sustain it. Now, there's a reason why this channel is called My Sober Life Journey. It's because I quit drinking. That's the key to that. And that's why on this channel, I offer insights into sobriety as well as wellness, being both a life and a wellness coach. However, quitting alcohol is an important step to becoming healthy. Ditto for quitting smoking. I quit smoking like 40 years ago, and I went on my final pathway to sobriety about 3.5 years ago. It does such benefits for your body. But again, that's a cornerstone concept. Keep those poisons out of your body and you'll be amazed at how well you're going to improve. So when I moderate my diet and I don't smoke and I don't drink, I find out that I sleep better, okay? Now, I understand that sometimes we have stress and things on our mind that interfere with our sleep. But sleep is medicine. Your body needs that time to health, and try to get enough sleep for the standards of your age. Like an older person should get 7 to 8 hours, for example. A younger person, oh boy, we think we're going to live forever, right? So we cram in these 4-hour sleep nights and we feel terrible for three days following. But sleep is a critical part of your health toolkit. I'm no physician, but I team up with my doctors and I have labs regularly because it's no different than throwing that dipstick into your oil and checking your oil, okay? You can have subtle changes in your labs without knowing it. And by having your labs done regularly and consulting with your physician, not just have them come in and write prescriptions and off you're running, be prepared with questions. I save all my labs in a folder and I look at the progress and cholesterol and lots of other markers. And there's a lot of people that'll debate and say, oh, those markers don't need anything. But to me, they do, okay? That's my report card as to how I'm doing internally. And I look for variations and make adjustments in my exercise or my nutritional plans, which, like I said, vary from day to day, to be honest with you. Yes, I do exercise. No, I'm not an exercise guru, but I live here in Myrtle Beach on the beach. I love taking 2-mile walks on the beach 4 or 5 times a day. And for most of my life, I've been a fan of yoga, and I like to do yoga. But again, yoga is a great one for stereotyping on Instagram and social media, because you see all the yoga pants and all the good-looking ladies and men, and you look at yourself and say, oh, I can't do yoga because I don't look like that. I'm calling bullshit on that, okay? It doesn't matter what you do to exercise, but you have to exercise to stay healthy. I feel very fortunate that I was born with a mental framework that makes me a positive thinker. Positive thinking is embedded into my character, and I like to stay positive and be positive and fill my life with, I think everything's going to be okay kind of framework. There are those that catastrophize and those that get stressed out and anxious over a lot of things. What I tend to do is take a look at the fact that in my long life, I have solved a lot of problems, and I probably am going to solve more. So I tend to want to radiate positivity both on this channel and in my personal life. So it's going to be hard to drag me down into a negative conversation about politics and people and world events and all that, because I have a basic faith that we're all good and we're all kind, and we're going to talk about kindness next. I like to keep a compassion journal. This is what I do. Maybe you can do it too. You might think it's corny, but I look for ways, tiny ways each day to help somebody out, like unload groceries for an older person, in a shopping center, hold the door open, okay? Teach somebody something, water the flowers for the neighbors. Anything that is kind, I like to write down in a journal, because I find myself looking for, like, what can I write down today? What can I do that's nice to somebody today? So when you couple positive thinking with good karma, that's going to change your body. That's going to change your nervous system. That's going to really help keep you healthy. But you can tell, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but you can almost tell when somebody is not healthy or is bitter or hateful in the way that they project that feeling when you first see them or meet them. You're just like, dude, this guy's nasty. He's just got a lot of problems, just the way he's carrying himself and the way he looks, because that negativity is eating him up inside, okay? So I'm very, very much a strong advocate for positive thinking and compassion. And everybody tells me this last point is one of my strong points, and I kind of believe it, but I love a good joke. I love a good laugh. Keeping a sense of humor really helps, particularly in the dark days when something is happening that's creating a lot of stress for you. Trying to take it a little bit more lighthearted and be less of a catastrophizer. I'm going to say that right before this all ends. So having a sense of humor, enjoying a good joke, sharing jokes, sharing laughs and smiling, couples with kindness and positive, sets an entire framework, and that will influence your approach to your own personal health. I want to encourage you to stick around for the next video about realistic eating habits, where I delve into my philosophy about normal eating habits that can keep you healthy. In the meantime, remember that health is something that's accessible to all of us. You don't have to conform to what somebody else looks like that you think is healthy. Conform to yourself, how you feel, how you monitor yourself, how you keep your humor and your kindness, and how you forgive yourself when you go off the health rails and come back again. But please like and subscribe, leave your comments, and check out this next video.